remove my engine and transmission. This is both of the transmissions right here. The one that's vertical is newer than this bullshit right here. I don't know what the fuck went wrong with it, but I took it out. It ain't working properly, or well, I don't care. This door right there has some leaks. This one have no type of leaks. It works just fine, like brand new. Yes, it's used. Don't give a shit at this point. I just need to get this, a new gasket, most likely, and a new filter. Slap this bitch back together, and the hose is over there too. I'm gonna get the bottom one just cause it's fucked up and it's leaking. If this one's not leaking, then I'll put it on that one. But anyway, I took my whole engine out. As you can see, there's nothing here. Oh, what do you know? There's an engine. Well, I'll be. I thought it was out. That's because that motherfucker is out, nigga. Ain't nothing to put here. Ain't nothing here, nigga. Ain't nothing to put here. Just my exhaust. Let you know I know what the hell I'm doing. For those who think I don't. I dropped the engine out myself, by myself, no help, no assistance. Not that I wouldn't have appreciated any. But it was a bitch getting out. Left my rack and pinion and power steering and everything connected for the simple fact, once air is in, it's hard to get that shit out, to my knowledge. And I didn't feel like doing all that. So I took everything down as one unit, including my cradle. And it came down. I just got to clean up all this shit. Those 3 little bolts is for my torque converter to the flex plate. As you can see, wood does come in handy. Wood is very, very reliable when it comes to situations as such. All this fluid you see, of course, is lost fluid from removing the engine. So it's a mix of transmission fluid and radiator coolant. Speaking of all of that fluid type stuff, the AC compressor, I had to purge the entire system. So it's on the other side of my engine. The line is, well, no, yeah, the unit is like right there. Where you see the oil filter, go to your right, and then go to your right one more time. So I had to purge the lines that are on the car. And I took down my suspension. I did it the smart way. So a lot of people might say, that wasn't smart. Kiss my ass. When you don't have an engine hoist, you tell me which other way you can get your engine and your transmission down. Given the perspective that GM thought it would be smart to put a bolt between the rear of the engine, where the manifold is right there, and it marries the transmission to the engine. Way to go, guys. So I had to I did what you see here. Took the whole engine down and removed the bolt. Now everything's good. So because I know how all this shit goes back together, I'm not sweating the time frame on putting it back together, but I am sweating the time frame on returning my core transmission to the junkyard to get my core money back, which is about $40. And yeah. That's about that. And I'm gonna put all of my everything back together. Once this car is back together, I will make another video. I just want y'all to see the quiet before the storm, because it's about to get real. I have to go buy an engine hoist today. Hopefully I have a time to do that. Get new bolts for this guy here that goes on the exhaust manifold. It's the heat shield. Clearly, these are my cable wires for my power to my starter. They're not long enough, so I feel. Anyone else tell it, it's just right. We're gonna come right here to my engine. Okay. Keep in mind, I'm emphasizing by myself. I did all this for the simple fact, I fucking did all this by myself. This is my engine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with my engine. I don't know why my hand's shaking. Okay, here we go. Let me stable a little bit. Boom. This is my engine. This is the front of my engine. Okay. This is my harness. I left my harness connected. People, when removing a vehicle, pay attention to what you're doing. If you don't, you will fuck up. Excuse my vernacular. You know what I mean? This is the crossover connection for my exhaust. This here, I think I may have bent that out of place. I don't know how strong I am, but we're going to find out today. But a lot of things are disconnected properly. I left the harness the way it is and just spaghettied it up and set it on top of the engine. So all the connections are all in the right place. So when reassembly commences, I don't have to wonder or worry about where things go. Working in the carport, underneath the carport with a whole lot of shade, so I ain't got to worry about the heat as much. Yeah, it's been some hot days, but you know what? I don't give a shit. I want my car back running. So yeah, this is the result of removing my engine, of getting your transmission off of your engine, out of your car. That's how strong I am. I don't know how I got it, but I got it. The transmission connects here, as you see these bolts here. Pan out a little bit. There you go. One starting from the right bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bolts. 6 very simple bolts on an engine like this. This is a 3.8 3800 2 series V6 2007 Pontiac Grand Prix. August 1st, 2018. I started the job the beginning, the middle of June. And yeah, I didn't start breaking it down then. I'm just saying my car has been down for about a month now, 2 months, and I hadn't been driving it or whatnot. But anyway, I got this gasket here replaced. That is a gasket. It is lead. I have it brand new in the house, although it's not appearing that it needs to be replaced, but replace it anyway. It's brand new. A lot of my vacuum systems and purge systems look kind of used and shit, but who cares? I'm getting it together. That's all that matters. So, in the conclusion of this, this is what I'm up against as far as putting it back in, which is not really much of an issue. And reinstalling it. Here's my rack and pin. The knuckle part is, I don't know where the hell I put it, but when it came down, it slid out. So I have to take my steering wheel out, put the knuckle back in. It's like a joint type situation, and when this goes back up, pop that back on, and boom, I'm back in the game. Yeah, I guess a lot of bolts down here and everything. Yeah, it's a whole lot of bolts. But you know what? Whatever you need to do to get the job done, they're gonna strut up under there. Whatever you need to do to get the job done, so be it. Oh, there it is. My fuel line still connected and not leaking or nothing. And don't ever disconnect your fuel line unless that's part of the job. If it's not and you lose pressure, you're going to be upset at yourself. Because air returns. It don't fuck around. So, fuel line, injector still connected and out of the way. Here go my other bolts. As you can see, no engine. This is just a drill to me. I left my top anchors here. I got to replace those as I broke those previously trying to service my transmission, and yeah, they fucked up. For the exhaust down there, I have a new flange gasket for it also. So I'm in the game. You see there's no electrical wires torn, cut, or anything, because you don't do that. I took out the whole fuse box. It was far over there where my phone is pointing. You can't see, but it was way over there. To a certain extent, I feel I did not have to remove the whole thing. I could have just unplugged the engine from it and left it in the compartment, and I'd have been good to go. So, don't mind my hair, but given that, how's my close up, Mr. DeVille? But given that information, what I'll do is reinstall my box and all the electricals that are not connected to the car, so it'll all be back in one piece, and I don't have to worry about what goes where and all that good old stuff. All I gotta do is put the box back in, reconnect the things that are already on the car, and go from there, and that'll be that. And when I reinstall my engine and transmission, I can reconnect that engine harness. So there are different harnesses. You have electrical harness, ACC harness that connect here into this box, and I'm gonna reconnect those, put those on there, put the box back in here, so that'll be out of the way. You know, just common knowledge stuff, man. Just common. Excuse my. I just woke up, so my words might be a little tongue-tied. But yeah. So today the mission is to try my damnedest to get this transmission back over to the junkyard to get my $40 core. My arm's getting tired. I don't know if people will be putting that type of information in, but get my money, because somebody else owe me money, and put this new transmission in here and cross fingers and go from there. But when you're looking for a transmission, don't just think, this looks good, this goes to my car. It's not that easy. If you understand the job you're doing, you can pick a transmission properly. You can get a new transmission, you can get a used transmission. When choosing a used transmission, check all around the seal. See where it's wet. If it's wet and the car isn't even running and it's gunk build up, you don't want that transmission. Trust me. It either has a leak or it has a leak. Somewhere along the line, transmissions aren't supposed to be wet on good running cars, on outside wise. The exterior of the transmission case shouldn't be wet with transmission fluid unless it has a leak. This transmission I chose had no leaks. I checked it. I'm not going to disclose how I checked it. Let's just say I visually inspected the transmission prior to purchasing it and choosing it, and it came back on a decent verdict after I got it home, which I truly appreciate. And now I'm here with it. Choose your shit wisely. Know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, please hire somebody that knows what the hell they're doing. I urge it because I give off the energy that you can do it. Put your back into it type shit. What you can. Anyone can do what I'm doing right now. It's just all about learning it and being passionate about it. If you're not passionate about it and you don't want to learn it, I don't know what to tell you. Well, I do. But it's solely up to you. This job is going to be very easy. I'm going to do another video of it being finished. I won't do it in the middle of me finishing it. Completely rebuilt and running, I'm going to do another video. So yeah, I won't be posting this on YouTube. If it does make it to YouTube, it's probably going to be cut short, edited all the way up until it's ended, because I'm already in 12 minutes now. So that's what I'm doing. Don't mind my hair. Don't talk about my hair. It's a mohawk. So shut up. No, I got that good shit. It's not nappy at all. Yeah, but everything else is good on the car. My next project, 97 Ford Thunderbird. I want to remove this engine and transmission. I'll do that when I move though. And rebuild the engine that's inside because it's a very good engine. So the intake manifold is giving me an issue, and I believe I got a vacuum leak or some sort. And the transmission on this is giving me an issue, and I think it's only because it's low on fluid, but I put fluid in it, so I'm not sure how it's feeling today or if it's up to par. But it moves now, and it starts. So this is the next project, and I'll be doing the same thing. Damn, I'm 15 minutes into this. So I'm gonna wrap it up with the conclusion. Transmission remarriage, engine reinstallation, and reassembly of my carriage and everything that's over here. I got this little compressor. I'm not playing with y'all. That's my carriage. That's my hood. That's the wood. Old torque converter. New torque converter. New transmission. Old transmission. 3-ton jack. Man, this jack is so loyal. Oh God, it's ridiculous. All my other parts are under this blanket.